Greetings from the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training. Today, October 5th, we join with educators from across the world to acknowledge the significant contribution of teachers across our educational systems, to highlight their achievements, and to draw attention to many of our teachers who are at the heart of efforts to ensure that no child is left behind. The theme for World Teachers Day 2020 is Teachers Leading in Crisis, Reimagining the Future. It is a reminder to us of the important role which our teachers have played and will continue to play as we maneuver our way through this COVID-19 pandemic. Back in March of this year, our teachers were thrust into emergency remote teaching as schools closed across the region, and our only way to connect with students was through the use of technological devices. This called for major readjustments, as none of us, including our teachers, had been prepared for this sudden change. On this World Teachers Day, I want to applaud all educators, principals, and teachers who exhibited leadership during this period and responded to the needs of our students. The effect on children, teachers, administrators, parents, and guardians created varying degrees of psychological stress on a level which had never been seen before. Despite these challenges, you implemented new approaches to teaching and learning. You reached out to the vulnerable in your schools. You sought out alternative teaching techniques, and you engaged with your peers and your parents regularly. Teachers of Barbados, you have helped to reshape the future by your actions, and we will forever be indebted to you for rising to the occasion and helping us through a most difficult period in our history. The Ministry of Education also applauds you for being a part of the consultative process for the reopening of schools. You spoke candidly about your concerns and also made recommendations which we have started to implement and will continue to do so in the coming months. I know that in the last few months, COVID-19 has turned the world and the entire educational system upside down. But it has also forced us to communicate with each other more, and I believe has made us realize that we must prepare our students now more than ever to adapt to change. It has also created a greater awareness to ensure that we must be equipped in the 21st century skills, which include critical thinking, information and technology literacy, collaboration, cooperation, teamwork, a sense of civic, ethic, and social justice, scientific literacy, and an understanding of the environment. This new normal in which we find ourselves is likely to continue for some time, and my ministry will continue to support schools as best as we can by supporting you with the much needed financial, physical, and human resources. Additional funds have been allocated for the COVID-19 response, and personal protective equipment has been secured for teachers and students. Additional devices to assist both teachers and students are being procured, and school monitors will soon be in place at our primary, nursery, and special schools to assist with maintaining the COVID-19 protocols. In the coming weeks, you will also see some upgrades to the Wi-Fi connectivity at various schools in a phased approach. Continuing education and training for our teachers and administrators must be ongoing as they develop new pedagogies to provide our children with the education that will be needed. We have already started to train a cohort of teachers in the new coding and robotics program, which will shortly be rolled out across several schools this year. Coincidentally, World Teachers Day falls within the month of October, which is also Education Month. The theme chosen for Education Month this year is Achieving Educational Progress by Managing Change Successfully. This year, due to the COVID-19 protocols, the activities for Education Month will be restricted to school activities and virtual sessions, and Teachers Professional Day will be held on Friday, October the 23rd. The ministry will also be coordinating several webinars on that day and throughout the month, which will be accessible to yourselves as well as to all of the schools across Barbados. To all teachers, let me remind you that teaching is the profession that teaches all other professions. You are an important cog in the education wheel as we seek to build a better society for future generations. It is with your help that we will build out a resilient education system from which future leaders, entrepreneurs, innovators, and creators of this country will be nurtured and emerge. It is with your help and your vigilance that we will ensure that no child or teacher is left behind. It is my desire that all students, their parents, and all educators become resilient as we face the challenges ahead. My ministry will continue to aim to meet the needs of our nation's children and facilitate their education despite the current challenges. Most importantly, let us think beyond the current crisis, as there must be an educational system after COVID-19 has left us. Happy World Teachers' Day.